Hey guys, Daniel Gourley here, and I am with Mr. Brian Tabor. And
what is up?
Brian, this is our first episode ever of Worship Karaoke.
Guys, we've been talking about this for a really long time, and we are pumped.
This has been one of those ideas that is like, hey, wouldn't it be great if we just got, casually together with a bunch of cameras pointed at our faces, and we just got an excuse to hang out and do a road trip. Sing some fun music.
Right. That's the best part of a road trip.
Yeah, that's the best part of a road trip. So, guys, basically for you, those of you, Worship Karaoke is this amazing thing that we're doing now. And when you would take a road trip, you would basically you'd make a mixtape. Right?
Absolutely.
Like when we were kids growing up.
Before this phone, you guys.
Right.
There were CDs, there were cassette
tapes. Yeah, cassette tapes.
When I was a kid, I had to record songs off the radio. Radio stations had request lines. Yep. Hey, I need to hear Pac-Man Fever, please.
Pac-Man Fever.
And then you had to record it while they played it on the radio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And so you make this mixtape, and yes, before it was the cassette tapes, right? And you'd label the mixtape, and then we had CDs eventually. You'd burn your CDs and stuff, and I even had the CD player that went into the cassette, adapter, so you could play it, because I didn't have a car with a CD player in it.
My first car had an 8-track player, so my adapter was 8-track to cassette.
To cassette. That's
a Caraoke 8-track adapter.
I wonder if they should sponsor Worship Karaoke.
Right.
No.
Come on, guys.
No,
they probably don't exist anymore.
We only have one sponsor for Worship Karaoke.
Dude, and they are the best in the biz.
They are the best. So, if you guys love this episode and you love the rest of this season, it is all thanks to the amazing people at American Musical Supply.
They're phenomenal.
They are awesome.
All the gear that is in the car here, most of it, it's all from them.
All from them.
And if you're like a player or a singer, you play guitar, drums, keys.
Right.
Or you sing, or
you want to record, you want to do a podcast,
your DJ.
Yes.
Spinning mad stacks,
Wicka wicka wah.
Exactly. They have incredible payment plans that start at 4 months.
Yeah.
And there's warehouses all over the country, so you get it fast.
And you can find them at AmericanMusical.com, or we have a link in our
bio. And if you buy something, if you spend $100, you're going to get 20% off.
Yep.
So use the code, link in our bio.
Yep.
American Musical Supply. They are the best.
They are literally the best. So
Literally.
All right, so Brian, we're parked. I'm going to put this car into drive, and we're going to head out onto the open road.
I'm nervous.
And here's the thing. When it comes to Worship Karaoke, you as the guest pick 2 songs, but I get to pick 2 songs, and you have no idea about what the songs I'm picking. So the first one, which is a special pick by myself, moi, okay? The first one is a little ditty that I'm sure you're going to recognize from the first beat.
Yes.
ultimate road trip song.
Oh my
The Great Adventure, Stephen Curtis Chapman.
SC2, my man.
SC2.
I think did he have the long hair?
Oh yeah. No, this is him, long hair. I think this is the Maroon album. Starting out this morning in the usual way. Dude, he was so cool, man.
He was the coolest.
Oh yeah.
And I heard his wife interviewed once, and they were asking her about his songwriting.
Yeah.
She held up a pencil, and she's like, he could probably write a song about this pencil that would make you cry. He's just gifted to do that, man.
That's awesome.
Incredible. 50 #1 hits.
Oh my
Stephen
God.
Curtis Chapman.
Dude, the man is a legend.
He's a living legend.
You've gotten to interview?
We have.
Yes.
Had him on the podcast.
Had him on
Amazing.
the podcast. Yeah.
I was a little anxious over that one, man.
Yeah, no, I hear you. All right, so Brian, this is music. We know worship music in particular takes you back to times and to seasons and things like that. And I asked you, I said, hey, Big Tasty, pick 2 songs that you would love to just kind of rock out on this road trip.
Yeah.
And this one that you actually sent me, I love this tune. This is we call it a banger.
It is a banger.
This is a banger.
A little Matt Maher banger, man.
Yeah. So, what about this song does it for you?
And I first of all, the message of grace is just incredible.
Yeah.
The message of grace is incredible. I also I think it's a really great marriage of lyric and music, you know.
Okay.
And I think it's also really singable.
Okay.
For congregations. I mean, honestly, I've always loved this song.
Yeah.
I know this is
So when you're building a set list and you've got something like this in your back pocket, you can bring it out and you kind of put it just in one part of the service where you're like, I know I need a little bit of a bump.
Yeah.
I need everybody
absolutely.
engaged. I need everybody energized.
And you know the people are going to sing, man.
Oh yeah.
Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me.
Great.
Oh, such a good deal. Are you, so you and Kim, you guys, I mean, for your career, most of it, you've been leading worship together, right?
Yeah. Started in college pre-marriage.
Okay.
Leading together, and then
Was that like date night? Was like, let's go lead worship?
Well, we got put in a college touring group together from Anderson University.
Okay.
And they made us sign contracts
Oh.
saying that we wouldn't date another member of the group because it's 5 college kids in a van.
Okay.
And if there's a breakup during the summer,
Yeah,
it's
it
not
can be
awesome.
a little awkward.
That's not awesome. So we signed contracts.
So you were just friends.
We were just friends forever.
Friends.
We were just friends, and then, but the night after our last concert, we went on our first date, and
that's amazing.
Yeah, sparks just flew.
Sparks flew. As they say, the rest is history.
Yeah. When I was a student at Anderson University, I went to a chapel service, and it was the first chapel of the year, and this beautiful girl walked out and sang the most incredible vocal.
Wow.
And I turned to my neighbor, and he was like, you know, he knew I was digging it.
Yeah.
And, you know, the rest is history.
Yeah. You made her Mrs. Probs.
Oh, she's my lady. She's my lady love.
Your lady love. Your lady love.
She's my lady love.
Is that a song that's
Little
on
Lou
this?
Rawls. I should have given
You should have given me that song.
Dang. Well, okay, so when I first started, you know, almost every church was in that tension between hymns and choruses or worship songs or whatever. Are you a hymns church?
Are you
or
chorus?
are you blended? So no one's happy.
Right.
And so
did you grow up hymns, or did you grow up more choruses, or?
Well, I grew up with a mix of all that.
Okay.
And, you know,
because I feel like hymns appealed to the people that liked structure and comfort.
Yeah, that's true.
And the choruses were like for the expressive types.
Yeah, and you probably, maybe you remember, the choruses we're talking about are not like worship songs today.
As
it's like,
the deer panteth for the water.
Yeah, what was what a mighty God we serve.
We serve.
Yeah, what a mighty God we serve. You know, songs.
Yeah.
I mean, simple songs, because again, we weren't projecting lyrics, and so they were simple. And you know, non-hymn music got this label 7-11 songs. Like, you take 7 words and you sing them 11 times.
7-11.
You know, people would say they're so repetitive, whatever.
Right.
I honestly, I think right now we have such a great. You have to be discerning and all of that stuff when you.
Right.
But we have a lot of writers who are matching really great theology with really great songwriting.
Right.
And
this is a great time.
I think right now is such a great time.
Yeah. And this is like, as you guys interview people on the podcast who are writing and creating music, sometimes they're an artist, sometimes they're a worship leader at their church. It's really cool to see their perspectives on how they go about the creative process. So Brian, on this road trip that we're having, I want you to be expressive.
Okay.
I don't want to hinder you.
Okay.
I want your
very afraid.
You know, we're listening to some amazing worship. You've picked some songs. Now we are going to introduce a brand new segment, first time ever in Worship probs history.
Okay.
And so we've got what I'm calling what's in the glove box.
Oh no.
Okay, so I have placed an item in the glove box. Nobody knows what it is until you press that magic button, and when you press it, you have to use the item.
Oh my God.
So, Brian, why don't you describe to people, show them what you've been gifted here?
So I've been given what I would call a teddy bear tambourine.
Okay, so we were looking for small tambourines because it has to fit inside the glove box. You can't put a full tambo in there. So this is an authorized tambo.
This is it's authorized. It's authorized.
So I'm not saying that you have to use the tambourine. Okay, I'm just saying that there may be a moment in worship where you feel led to express yourself, and now I have equipped you.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
All right, Brian. So for your next tune that you gave me,
is this one? Oh, this is one I picked.
This is one that you've picked. So this is an anthem. This is what I will say is you could play this. This is like a desert island song.
Yes, it is.
Morning, noon, and night.
Walking around these walls.
Oh yeah,
this
baby.
is OG key, man. This is.
I thought by now they'd fall.
Yeah, that is a great
Never
one.
failed me
But
yet.
you have never
Come on.
failed me yet.
I love.
A little shimmer.
Yeah,
Little
well, the
shimmer on
audience
that.
was with you on the tambo.
Waiting for change to come.
I love the worship leader that's still in you. Like, if I don't know the words, you're like giving me the word like of half a measure
You've
ahead.
never failed me yet.
You've never failed.
For you have never failed me yet.
Yes. What a great man.
Yeah, yeah,
I love this song.
yeah. No, it's a beautiful, beautiful tune. Definitely deserving of an authorized tambo. All right, so that brings up a story. What was your craziest? Did you have a tambourine story? Did you have a lady? Did you have somebody?
My gosh, I
don't know why I thought it was a lady. I'm sorry.
multiple
I'm wrong.
ladies, man.
Okay.
Multiple ladies.
Okay.
Ladies who would save their seats with their tambos.
Really?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes. And that is a whole other level of terrifying for a worship leader.
Tambourine always usually had ribbons on it, right? Because
A lot of times, yeah.
because you
Little
gotta
streamers,
you gotta multitask, right?
Right.
So you gotta
You're running the aisles, man. Those streamers need to.
you need to see the person going and then where they were coming from, because you know you got the streamers behind them. You see the jet stream as they're going through.
Okay.
Yes.
So tambo is kind of right here.
Right.
I had a guy bring a trumpet. That is on another level.
Okay.
Man. Like,
All right.
he brings the trumpet case in, sits down in the front row, and we all were on the platform going,
Wow.
what is about to happen here?
Yeah, I don't know how you muffle a trumpet.
Can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a trumpet player. Can't really muffle a trumpet.
You can shove things in the thing, right, to stop it up.
You can. If I would have had a practice mute, that would have been
Like a banana?
call of the day. Yeah, right.
You're just up on stage and you have on the keyboard a banana and you just...
And friends are friends forever. With the Lord's a Lord of them. And a friend will not say never, 'cause the welcome will not end. And it's hard to let you go.
Ooh, the desk can. Sweet love.
What does
That a
lifetime's not too
long to live as friends.
When did that end in music, man? You know when it was like that pregnant pause that was written into the music?
Yeah.
When a
Long breaks.
lifetime's not too long. Pause to live as friends. Like, we've lost that.
Oh, we have,
Like, we should bring that back, right?
I saw him at an him and Amy Grant Christmas thing.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's
He was like,
amazing.
man, little did I know I'd be singing this song every night for the rest of my life.
Oh, dude. It was
When I was in
amazing.
high school,
Yeah.
I got hired to do catering
Yeah.
for an Amy Grant concert
Okay.
at the stadium in our city.
Yeah.
And her she had with her for the first tour.
Yeah.
Michael W. Smith, a lady named Donna McElroy.
Okay.
I don't know what she's at now or whatever, but yeah, man, I just remember. I was not familiar with him before that night,
right.
And I was a piano player, and I just remember going, finally,
so there's somebody like me.
Right, exactly. So, man,
well, I mean, I think Steve Green, some of those guys launched piano worship. Yeah, no, pretty amazing. Yeah. And he's a genius because it's Michael W. Smith and Friends. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Worship Probs is Brian Tabor and Friends.
We need to get Smitty on here, man.
We do need to get Smitty on here. I think you and I would probably just giggle the whole time and
for sure
dork out.
100%.
So Brian.
Yes.
We have, time has flown by. We've literally. This is so much fun. This is. You should just do podcasts like this. Right? It's let's play some music now for a musical interlude.
Oh my gosh, come on.
And just hand out random instruments, and you're good. But time has passed, and just like on the podcast, you ask we're calling it for worship karaoke, the big bus question, right?
Yep.
So imagine I got a big bus full of all the worship, all the tech leaders. I mean, that is a big bus, right?
It's a big bus.
And you've got your conductor hat on, and you're driving with the big giant steering wheel, and you pop open that radio, you stick it up to your lips, and you address the entire big bus. What is God taking you through in the moment? What's a word? What's some little big tasty tidbit that you would like to express to these guys on the big bus?
Wow.
Yeah.
Boy, I've asked that question so many times, and I've answered it a couple times.
You've answered a couple.
It's very.
I get nervous. I sweat bullets
yeah.
every time it's brought up to me. So.
Man, so leadership, and you're a leader. If you're a worship leader, even if you're a volunteer worship leader, you're up front. You have a microphone. The people out there are going to see you as a leader.
Right.
You're in the production booth. You're leading people. You're a leader, man. And so, I would say leadership can be. It is challenging.
Yeah. Leading
people who have their own ideas and their own emotions and their own plans. Sometimes, I mean, it's difficult. It can be isolating. I think we undervalue having people in our lives, like people who have access to our lives. And I mean like the friend that is, close, who can say, I'm seeing this in you, talk to me about that.
Right.
Having people in our lives that we're doing life with, we're in community with, who can ask us hard questions.
Yeah.
And we submit to that relationship, and we answer we live in that community. We answer the questions, we ask them questions. That having people in your life, that you're walking with, I think we undervalue that, because here's the deal: like if you're a leader in the church, there's going to come a time where you're going to come face to face with a person or a problem or something that you don't see a way through or around or over or under,
right?
And you're gonna need to maybe take a withdrawal from that community relationship that you've been pouring into. So, man, I've talked about this on the podcast before, but it's just really where I'm living right now. You need people, and you need a plan.
Yeah.
You need a plan for what happens when that problem comes.
Well, and like you're talking about community. I think right now people, as awesome as the worship props community is, like there isn't a replacement for somebody that's like knee to knee, shoulder to shoulder, right next to you. Right. Like we can help, we can answer questions, we can give advice, we can share our own lives, but you really need to be surrounded by an immediate personal community that can call you out, because it's too easy on socials to not share everything, right?
Yeah.
It's too easy to not level with people where you're at. So,
well, it's the whole social media thing is is kind of designed to give you the A+ version of every day, every meal,
the filtered version.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so much of it just isn't real life, and you need people walking with you in very real ways.
Yeah. No. I mean, through social media, I couldn't have handed you that tambourine, so, and I wouldn't have seen you.
Look at the beer.
I wouldn't have seen you express yourself today. Guys, this is episode 1.
Episode 1.
Episode
Worship
1. Worship Karaoke. I mean, Brian, this was fun.
It was a blast.
We have to do this again. We literally...
Absolutely.
We sang, we laughed. You saw the tambourine, we cried a little bit.
Right? And by the way, American Musical Supply,
yes,
like furnishing, microphones, and look, I don't know what this thing is right here, but it's a lot of buttons and
it's
lights.
Amazing.
And
these guys and the thing that was great about it is they supplied all of this. They willingly just upgraded things. Like, guys, this is an amazing setup.
Yeah.
If you want amazing gear and you want an amazing company to get it from, AmericanMusical.com or the link in our bio.
Yeah, hit the link in our bio. Use that code. It'll save you some money. And if you're a player, as we said earlier, singer, DJ, if you're recording, you're a podcaster, like they've got it all. Instruments, microphones, they've got it all.
So. And guys, we got more of these episodes that are coming. If you want more of this stuff, go visit that link. Go buy some stuff because these guys are amazing and they're a great support to Worship Prob. So,
they are.
Guys, that is it for this road trip, but don't worry, we've got more, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Deuces.